I'm Forrest Saunders, standing in front of the state capitol here in Tallahassee. Well, that effort to expand Medicaid in 2026 is hitting the brakes. Officials with the group say that a new law is making it too difficult for them to meet their deadlines, so they're punting to 2028. Florida Decides Healthcare had hoped to get Medicaid expansion on the 2026 ballot. Instead, they're now shifting to 2028. Who do you think owns this?
The politicians in Tallahassee. I mean, citizen-led ballot initiatives are a fundamental right for all Floridians.
The group blames HB 1205, a petition law overhaul signed by Governor Ron DeSantis this year to find allegations of fraud and big money influence.
But these initiatives, these petitions, should not be able to be manipulated this way, especially with respect to amending the Constitution. Our Constitution should not be for sale to the highest bidder.
The measure hiked signature verification costs by more than 3,000% in some counties. It shortened deadlines and even threatened campaign workers with racketeering charges.
It was just death by 1,000 cuts. You know, every one of them we have been figuring out a solution to address, but figuring out how to address so many different changes.
In the middle of the game.
In the middle of the game. You know, if you're playing basketball and the refs suddenly say, there's a 4-point line, but we're not going to tell you where it is, but we'll let the opponents know. How are you going to play? How is this fair?
FDH says it already had collected more than 200,000 petitions, raised $6 million, and built a coalition of 100 grassroots groups. The pause, leaders say, is about timing, giving them 3 more years to build resources and potentially prevail in an ongoing legal fight. At stake, an estimated 1.4 million Floridians in the Medicaid coverage gap, plus the potential loss of Obamacare tax credits set to expire in January. Uninsured could nearly triple.
It's devastating, to say the least.
Andrea DeMulla already among them, saying Social Security disability insurance isn't enough.
Without Medicaid, it's a struggle each and every day, and I'm going to continue to struggle each and every day until Florida decides to do the proper thing and expand Medicaid.
Supporters of expansion in the legislature call the delay devastating.
That is actually heartbreaking. This is not the time to make healthcare more expensive. This is the time to take advantage of everything we can.
But Republicans have long been opposed. Gubernatorial candidate Paul Renner telling us why recently.
I absolutely oppose Medicaid expansion. I would fight it because we want to take those resources and keep it with the truly needy. And if we take and we disperse all that, we will not have enough for the people who really need it.
FDH polling has shown 2/3 of Floridians back expansion, including a slim majority of Republicans. How confident are you feeling right now in 28?
We are very confident.
And Emerson expects momentum will only grow if more lose coverage ahead of 2028. A dire prospect, he predicts, for healthcare.
People are going to die that could have been prevented. One death is too many, but it's going to be thousands of deaths that we are going to face because of a lack of access to healthcare.
That lawsuit challenging HB 1205 is set to begin in January of 2026. Meanwhile, FDH says it's going to continue building out its organization, raising funds, and will start collecting signatures again in February of next year. That's the latest out here at the state capitol. I'm Forrest Saunders reporting.